Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Welcome back to the No Comfort Zone. My name's Dan Brzezowski. It's my effort to help you get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. So yesterday was a super productive day, learning a lot. The words that my team members said, I looked verklempt. I have to figure out my own system and my own process for taking over a new role. One of the management positions has been left open, and I'm filling that void, learning more about the position, getting kind of more hands-on than I ever have before in this position. So it's been very interesting. And yesterday, although very exhausting and very fun, very productive, overall it was a good day. But today, so here's what I'm talking about today. That was yesterday. I'm fired up. I just had my green shake. So half a cup of water, half a cup of grapes, half a cup of pineapple, 2 cups of spinach, a little bit of this protein powder I got. It's from a guy called Jim. I think it's called JYM or GYM. I don't know. But it's a really good protein. A couple of ice cubes, half a banana, and bam, drink that. Holy goodness. That green shake will wake you up. And that's where I'm at now. So I just finished that, and I'm driving back into work right now. I just got done with a marketing meeting, planning our Q4 and what we're going to do. But so today's all about, for me, today's all about what am I going to talk about next? What value can I bring to you in this podcast without it costing you a dime? All you have to do is listen. So a long time ago, and for a long time ago, I would say roughly 2006, 2007, I was introduced to the book for the second time, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a staple. It's a must read. Please go read the book. It is a great business development, personal growth book that I think everyone needs to read just to get a good understanding of how it was then and how those principles can apply. And what I've taken from the book and what I've taught about when I was speaking and when I was doing sales training and management training and business training, what I did is I took this and I turned it into the 7 effective steps of goal setting. And that's what I'll talk about today. And I'll just hit on the topics. I'll go more into them detail in other episodes. But really what it comes down to is when you have a goal or a dream that you want to go after, you need to make it real. And how do you make it real? Really simple. Here are the steps. You have to see the vision in your mind's eye. So you have to see what it is that you really want, and you have to meditate. You have to visualize that that's actually happening or coming to fruition. Athletes do it all the time. I know when I went to go get some training from upper leadership training that I went through, I went to this speaker, and I'm sorry I forgot his name, but he is a Blue Angel, and they went through their visualization process of what they do before they actually get in their planes and go do their thing, and how they communicate to each other during a visualization process in a conference room. So you do have to visualize, and it's really important. You have to see the vision in your mind's eye. And this is the point where if you knew you couldn't fail, as Tony Robbins says, what would you do? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Because everything, as Sam Crowley says, is figure-outable. You can figure it out. It just takes time, and it takes a little bit of patience, and it takes a lot of knowledge and the right who's in your life to figure out the things that you want to learn so that you can accomplish those things. So you have to see the vision in your mind's eye. For example, I wrote down all my goals back in the 80s, and when I pulled them out of my drawer, I realized that I accomplished I'm going to say more than half of them I accomplished without even paying that much attention daily to them. Now it's like goals are like on my, I wake up, gratitude, I go through my no comfort zone process, I list out my goals for the day, my future goals, where do I want to see myself at in a year, and I do this for about 15 minutes. I believe that's the best time of the day to do that. See the vision in your mind's eye, wake up first thing in the morning and start to visualize your goals. I think it's important to get yourself in the right frame of mind. What are you grateful for? Where are you currently at? So see the vision in your mind's eye. Step number one. Step number two, you have to write it down as an I will statement. I will be a national selling best author on the New York Times list and not just on Amazon. I will be a author of 7 books. That's a goal of mine. You have to write it down as an I will statement. I think you get the point. And then now here's the really interesting part. So you see the vision in your mind's eye, you write it down as an I will statement. You have to have a beginning date. When are you willing to really start? For me, it was August 22nd. August 22nd that's my start date. That's my no comfort zone. Any and all opportunities, anything that gets me comfortable and away from my goals, I'm stopping. Anything that gets me to my goals, I'm working towards. So step number 1, see the vision in your mind's eye. Step number 2, write it down as an I will statement. Step number 3, you must have a beginning date. Step number 4, you guessed it, you must have an end date. When are you going to accomplish this? 60 days is some of the goals that I have right now. I have long-term goals, but my short-term goals, 60 days is the time period. So if I've got a vision, I write it down and look at it daily, by the way, and I have a beginning date and an end date, well, it's simple. So the next thing I need to do is step number 5. I need to list all of the benefits of me achieving the goal. And then I have to list all the obstacles. Actually, I do it in reverse. Sorry. So the next step would, well, what are the obstacles you're going to face? What are the obstacles you're going to face? Time, family commitments, work commitments, health issues. I got to do a lot of exercise and I got a really bad left foot. I still have to persevere and get through it, but I can't do some of the exercises that I wanted to do to lose the 30 pounds that I want to in a 60-day time period. That's one of the things you need to do is list out your obstacles, challenges that you'll face. Sometimes those challenges might be just people in your wheelhouse that you need to kind of avoid during this period. I do. And I strongly encourage you to do the same. The next part of it is, as you know, the obstacles. Well, I said it earlier, you got to list the benefits. You have to know what those benefits are that you're going to be willing to realize at the end of the 60 days. What is it? And what's crazy is I thought it was going to be one thing the first time I went through my own challenge. But as I realized at the end of it, it was completely different and far more rewarding. And boy, talk about feeling like you're living life, like you're getting a great breath of fresh air every day out of life. It was just great. I absolutely, still to this day, it was magical on the 60 days when I got there. And it wasn't like the end. It was like the beginning. And I was so excited to reintroduce myself to the universe again in this version of myself that I wanted to create. And I absolutely love it. So let's go through them again really quick just to keep me on track because I am driving and I do get distracted. And I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So see the vision in your mind's eye. Write it down as an I will statement. Have a beginning date, have an end date. That should be 4. 5, you must list all of the obstacles. And number 6, list all the benefits. And the last one is you really need to, this is so important, you have to work your ass off and apply a lot of massive action. Massive action over a short period of time, 60 days, will change your world. Massive action. What does that mean? Massive action. People don't understand. Massive action, it's 4:55, get up before the alarm clock. That's massive. If you could do that one little thing, massive impact. But it's so hard to do when you're getting up and you're used to getting up at 7. So those are the things by applying it. Running in place, that's great, run in place, but after 45 seconds and you're running in place, 15 seconds, do a full-on sprint. Massive action in a short period of time. That's how it works, folks. It's super simple. It's super simple, but it's not easy. And when you compound and you build and you stack your results or you stack your activities on top of each other, the results start to become synergistic. The pattern becomes synergistic and your results, magnify. And that's how you can get 3 times the results 2 times faster. It works just that way. And I know because I've experienced it. And if you want more information, if this is of interest to you, just go to the website, thenocomfortzone.com, download the blueprint, then start applying your 7 effective steps of goal setting before you get in there. And then we'll go into the mindset. And again, I'll expand and I'll build on this as time goes on. But just to recap, step number 1, see the vision in your mind's eye. Step number 2, you've got to write it down as an I will statement. Step number 3, you need to list the beginning date. Step number 4, you've got to have an end date, right? Step number 5, list all of the obstacles that you're going to face. And step number 6, list all of the benefits that you're going to get and what reward you're going to do for yourself when this is all said and done after your time period. And step number 7, commit to action. Work your ass off. Don't let anybody get in your way. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. This is where you lead. It's your life. You got one of them. We're all going to the same place in the end. What life do you want to live? That's what I got from the book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, and that's my version of the 7 effective steps to goal setting. I've been using them for the past 15 years, and when I apply the principles of the No Comfort Zone Blueprint to my mindset of goals, the ones I just went over, it's amazing what happens, and I wish you the same. So you're in your car, you're driving, you're cutting the lawn as I listen to podcasts. That's what I do. When you get a break, get in front of a computer and write out your goals. Follow the 7 steps. All right. Hope you have a great day. And I did hope this served you. It didn't cost you a dime. If you apply the principles just in here, it will change your life and the reality for the people around you. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.